I have to find someone whose art I feel like I can rip off easily and who would let me rip them off. So yesterday, I got the whole spectrum of opinions on AI and art. That I will simplify to a continuum of AI good to AI bad. So today, I want to up the stakes. I want to see how these artists feel when an AI actually rips them off. Yeah, I could do these. Hi. I'm making a video about AI art. Do you have any opinions on AI in art and the use of it?
It's not good for artists.
Sorry, it's a microphone. I'm making a video. That's a camera, and this is a microphone.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I know. It looked like a shaving cream.
It's that too. It's both. No, JK.
Yeah, well, AI, obviously, it's not good for artists because people steal your art and they make it into AI art. So obviously, we don't like it.
You don't like it. Even as a tool, do you see it as useful?
I've seen some AI art that I think is very cool, but I don't want people stealing my art, that's all. Well, a lot of people don't want to buy AI because it doesn't have a soul, you know. People who buy art, they buy it because there's an emotional connection to it. That's what it's about. So I don't know if you can have an emotional connection to AI art, you know, because it's done by electronic devices, you know.
You liked some of it, you said. There was
some of it is because it looks weird, you know.
But isn't that kind of cool?
Yeah, I think it is. For me, I think it, you know, looking at it, I like looking at it.
So I was here yesterday. I was just talking to people, asking them a question like this. I thought I'd take it a step further today, and I wanted to see if anybody'd be willing to let me take pictures of their art, ingest it into an AI model, and try to make knockoff versions of your art. Oh. I will delete it afterward.
Oh, so what are you going to do with it if you're deleting it? Why are you doing it?
Well, I just want to see. I want to put you in the seat of an AI is actually actively ripping you off and seeing how it makes you feel.
Right. Well, I mean, if you're not going to sell it,
I'm not going to sell it. It's more it's for this. It's to show you, to take you through the experience to see how you feel about it.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I've never had my art made into AI, so I'm not sure if I want to really.
I've already seen that, the Chinese ripoffs.
Oh, the Chinese, yeah, because I have a couple of lawsuits going.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, I don't want to really get into that, you know. I mean, I'd rather not.
Oh, look, I completely understand why no one want to do this. All right. Well, I do appreciate your talking to me anyway, and I completely understand why you wouldn't want me to do it.
Yes, thank you. Well, it was interesting talking about it, so thank you for that.
Your artist name?
Lindsay Lynn.
All right, guys, check her out. Don't steal it.
Don't steal.
Right, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Ryan.
Oh,
Ryan Manning.
Hi, Ronnie.
I saw a person whose art had a sort of distinct style that I thought, you know, I could gank that. Oh, was the newspaper cutout guy. This one. Kurtner Art. Excuse me. You're the artist, right?
Yeah.
I'm making a video about AI art. Do you have any opinions on it?
I don't like it.
Why not?
Because you're just using artwork that's already out there. And I just like doing all mine from scratch, doing the hand, the tactile stuff. The originals are cutouts, completely cut out with an X-Acto knife. So I'm not just using images that other people have created using AI to create new art.
Do you feel like it is still art, or do you think it's something different?
There's still creativity in it. It's still art, but I don't consider it like fine art, maybe.
Well, is there a different name for what it might be?
Crap art? No.
Crap art. I was here yesterday asking people the same question, but I thought I was going to step it up today. Here's my proposal to you. You can say no. I want to take pictures of your things, ingest them into an AI model, and then try to spit out like a knockoff version of your art. You won't? You
No, not at all. No.
Yeah,
I've worked 20 years at making this art, and I don't want people coming by and capturing my images, you know?
I would delete them off of my phone, off of my computer, off of the internet after it's done. And you can say no.
I'm still saying no. No thanks.
I understand. Thank you for talking to me, though. Excuse me. This is your stuff, right? This stuff is your stuff?
These are mine. Yeah.
I really like it. It reminds me of some of my favorite paintings from, who's the ear guy?
Once in a while they say, what do they call me, Mrs.
Van Gogh. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's
some of my favorite Van Gogh paintings are like the cedar trees, I think, and these remind me. And yeah, it's your own style too, so I really like it.
You know, it's contemporary impressionism is what my sign says, and it's just my impression.
I'm making a video about AI art. Are you familiar with AI? Artificial intelligence?
Yes, I am.
What's your conception of it? What's your...
Well, sometimes it's helping people, and sometimes it's going to take over a lot and teach us a lot. I think artificial intelligence is, until there must be a point where it can't take over all of us. Must be a point, don't you think?
I think about this all the time. It's one of my main things I think about. I think it's going to sort of swallow up humanity, and we're kind of going to be like the mitochondria of AI or something like that.
Robots, because everything's being replaced. But can they replace our brain? I mean, artificial intelligence already knows more than we do.
Yeah, kind of. In certain dimensions, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think my guess is probably hybrid, like organic and machine mix. I feel like we'll be...
replace everything. We can replace ears, we can replace legs, we can replace everything.
Yeah, eventually.
The robots, you know.
I do think so. I think it's going to happen fast.
Well, I don't think it's not going to happen in yours or my lifetime. Mine or yours, yeah. I don't think.
I think it might, but
think so?
Well, I don't know. To get back to the subject of AI art, how do you feel about? Have you seen a lot of AI art, like art being created by AI lately?
Yeah, you mean off the computer?
Yeah.
I don't know. It might replace our art. You know, I can't even reproduce my own work. If somebody says, "Nancy, paint something like that," I said, "But it won't come out exactly the same. You never know." So I don't know if the computer can do that, artificial intelligence. Imagine, why not? It's going to replace everything else. Why not our artwork?
Well, a lot of people's feeling is that a computer, an artificial intelligence, doesn't have the heart that the human does, and so there will always be something that you can't detect.
Something missing, huh?
That's the popular concept. That's the popular opinion.
Doesn't have the heart.
Exactly. They think that the lack of heart is detectable in AI art.
Can we rebuild a heart?
Yeah, we could. We could.
Don't know.
My opinion is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I think anything made by anything in the right context can be beautiful. So that's my opinion. But I think a lot of artists feel threatened by it because, you know, art is a lot of people's job, and like they don't want to be. They like doing it. You know, like they feel like it's encroaching on their territory.
I'm not especially worried about it at my age. I'm not very concerned. You know.
So I was here yesterday, and I was asking the same questions to people. Today I wanted to like step it up and ask an artist if they would allow me to take pictures of their art, throw it into an artificial intelligence, and have it analyze it, and then we can type in what's called a prompt, a suggestion for a new painting in your style, and assess the results.
Now, are you going to use it?
I am not going to sell it. This is for for you to see what it's like, and for this video to take you through the process and show you what it feels like to have your work, quote unquote, stolen by an AI.
Why not? As long as you're not going to use it.
I'm not going to use it.
I don't think you are. But,
This is for this video. I've done it with my own. I'm an artist. I did it with my art last night, and it was an interesting feeling.
Huh.
So you're down with this? You're okay
Go
with
ahead,
this?
take a picture of one thing.
Well, I have to have the model needs at least 3, and the more you can get, the more it can be like, okay, I understand. It's like anything, more examples of your work, the more refined it can
And then
be.
are you going to show me? You're going to take my...
Yeah, no, I'll be right here. I'll show you.
Oh,
we will do it.
today?
We'll do it right now. You're down with that?
Let's see.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see. Sounds interesting. Don't take it of my most marketable work.
Okay, so which ones are off limits?
This is really popular. Don't take a picture.
Okay, I won't do that one.
Yeah.
It is nice. I love the cobalt blue is so beautiful.
People love that. I sell lots of those.
The color of blue you're using on them all, it's like it pops.
That and this.
All right.
You can take. Just don't do the quail or like.
Oh, I love the quail. I wanted to do the quail, but all right, I'll respect your way. I love the quail.
Well, do this quail.
All right, I'll do that.
That's funky.
Then. All right.
All right, do what.
Here we go.
Do what you're gonna do, whatever it is.
Can I do the tortoise? The tortoise?
Yeah, go ahead. That.
It's my favorite animal.
Those bighorn sheep, actually.
So here's the 5 images I took. I'm gonna drag them onto this site. It's uploading. I have it tethered to my phone, so I don't know how long it'll take. Maybe a minute or 2. And now the AI is looking at everything, being like, looking at everything in great detail, and then I will be able to spit back out paintings in your style, supposedly, or at least that's the idea.
An interesting thing about Nancy and her husband is that her husband's actually a creationist, and she believes in evolution, and I guess they fight about it all the time, but still manage to stay together, so it's kind of inspiring.
So you can see right here, it is completely trained. So now what we have to do is just describe an image that we want to make, and it will try to make that image in your style. So like, have you thought of a subject matter that you haven't painted yet that you might want to in the future?
Oh, a subject matter?
Yeah, like an animal that you haven't painted yet, or something that...
How about a cat?
Just a cat.
A leopard.
Leopard. All right. And you should do it in the desert, because most of your stuff is desert.
True.
Okay, and we'll see how it does with just that. So I'll hit...
Now it's going
I'll
to
hit
paint in my
generate.
style.
Exactly. Watch. It's coming to life. Finishing. There you go. That's kind of... It kind of looks like the Roadrunner.
Yes, it does. Is that a leopard?
It's supposed to be a leopard.
I don't know. That doesn't look like a leopard to me.
That's kind of like a...
Looks more like a horse.
Like a horse with like leopard feet.
And it's got one leg.
It's got 3 legs.
it's missing a leg.
It's missing a leg. Let's see this one.
But it's used my background.
Yeah,
here. It's used that.
It looks like kind of like the thylacine, that animal from that went extinct in Australia. It was a marsupial.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a thylacine. Okay, so here's what we do now: leopard with spots. What else?
4 legs. Look at this thing. Here, look
and
at that.
4 legs. Let's make sure it knows. Like we have to tell it. Let's use 4 legs. But I feel like it got the.
You got the
general
idea,
style.
the desert.
All right, let's do
Wait.
one more.
But look at this. Look at that. That's different. But it doesn't look like a leopard.
It doesn't look like a leopard at all. It looks like a horse.
That's what I thought.
Big cat. I'm just going to do big cat because
Cat.
we'll see how this works. Let's see if putting the word cat in there makes it a little more cat-like.
Does that look like a cat?
It's,
or
why
is it coming out?
Why is it
like
giving the horse snout?
that? I don't know. That's a horse face.
I wonder if I can be like, not a horse. Let's see what that does. Nah, I feel like that would.
No, but that looks more like a horse than...
It looks. I should have. It looks more like a horse than it did before. All right. Do you want to try a different animal? Let's try a different.
Okay, let's try... What you think
Another
of an
desert animal. Another
What's a desert animal?
owl.
What?
Owl. A desert owl.
Yeah, we have owl.
All right. And I'm gonna say it's snatching like a kangaroo rat. from the desert floor with
Didn't really get
its
the
talons.
idea of a leopard, did he?
It did not. It's
No, it
kinda,
did not,
It did
yeah.
not. And it's strange that it couldn't. Did I
Called
spell
it a
talons
leopard,
right?
But it doesn't look like a leopard. AI is doing it. We're telling AI what to do.
So now the next one we're going to try is a desert owl snatching a kangaroo rat from the desert floor with its talons.
Oh yeah.
Let's see how it does.
Wow. And they do it in that
It's
style.
kind of just doing your Roadrunner, I think. Like that's not an owl at all.
No.
Here, let's try to do bighorn sheep. Let's just see if we can do an iteration.
You know,
We're gonna try to do a straight up rip off of your bighorn sheep. Let's see
All right, try.
if it
Go
if it does.
you know. So AI needed something to go from, right? I mean, it could make paintings. Well, that was,
Another three-legged animal, though.
what the heck?
That's actually a problem with AI. It has trouble with hands. It does too many fingers. It's an issue. It's getting better, but it's always been a thing. Yeah, look, another three
I don't know.
legs.
That's not. I like some of these. I could use some of these and put my painting. I mean, I
did
could
the
paint
bighorn
from
come up?
that.
So you do like this. This is kind of an
Oh, this
interesting
is
like
fun.
brainstorming.
Look at that.
Wow. That's from that.
It
What?
does look like your style, I think.
Yeah.
It does.
I think if we pick the animals that you actually paint, it does
Yeah.
a good job. It can't.
Right.
It's having trouble with new animals.
The new animals.
'cause
but-
there's a bighorn right there.
Well, he had my background. See, look at this painting.
Yeah. I
There's
took
a
a pic-
painting. I like it. These
Can you
are
send
good
these?
ideas for paintings.
Can
I
you
know.
send those to your phone?
I can give you those. Yeah. Let's do quails. Oh, yep. There's
Oh, look
there's
at-
your
look at
paint.
this.
There's basically your painting.
How fast does it do it?
About 30 seconds less.
Really?
20 seconds. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there's
Well,
your quail.
that's an idea too. There, I could paint those.
So you like this?
Quails
So
with, yeah, I do
so
like
this
it.
experience is like, you're not. Are you threatened by the AI at all, as an artist?
Well, it needed some of my work
To steal it.
Yeah, it needed something. You can't really just start out with nothing and make a painting,
No,
can you? Can
No.
it?
No, and the thing about this is this, in addition to being trained on your paintings, it also was trained on like millions and millions of other pictures, and that's in its mind too, but it's focusing on creating things in your style. But it also has millions and millions of other images in its quote-unquote
Well,
brain.
me
or whatever.
myself as painting, I'm not threatened by this at all, but I'm getting
You think
new
you like it.
ideas.
You
I
like
like
it.
it.
It is cool,
I like
right?
it, yes. It's giving me ideas
Look at this. Wait.
for new ideas for paintings.
The sheep and the Roadrunner interact, come together in one painting.
And
Kinda
it's
cool.
only making the four-legged animals that makes them all three-legged.
All three-legged.
Which is-
Can't handle
can't
it.
figure that. Can't figure
You
that
can
one
add.
out.
You have any? Want to do one more? We want to do like a crazy one. Like what's something that you would never paint, but let's see if it does it
What
in your
would
style.
I never paint?
Rhino, giraffe.
A rhino. But let's do what's the opposite of a rhino in the Arctic.
In the Arctic?
Arctic, yeah. So it's
Okay.
it's complete. It's not an animal you would have painted, and it's in a different environment.
Let's see how
if
many legs
let's
it
see.
has.
I feel like it's just gonna.
Let's see how many legs it has. I think it's funny.
Okay.
It has 4.
Okay.
Why does it have 4?
The rhino's all right, but it's in the desert. I will say those are Joshua trees.
Yeah. Well, we have one at the Living Desert. We have rhinos. Well, where's
Kind of
its
cute.
thing?
It's kind of it's a kind of a horse again, you know.
Yeah.
This thing can't stop making
Yeah, well,
horses.
The face is
Yeah.
more of a horse.
Yeah. There's no rhino. Or this one's the only one with the horn.
Yeah.
Overall, final thoughts. What do you think? AI art, is it a tool? Is it a threat? Is it?
It would be a
does
tool.
this change your mind at all?
It would be a tool for me, but in a lot of next generations, it might be a threat. But for me, because I mean, it's just adding new ideas to the backgrounds I had. And for me, it'd be a tool.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I don't know how, but you've had people that don't want to mess with it, right?
Most people, like I said, I think most people think AI like doesn't have a heart, that it's stealing work from real artists, that kind of thing.
It's a tool. It's a tool as far as
That's how I feel.
Yeah, that's how I feel too.
Thank you for going through this process.
Oh, no, it was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I like this.
I
So
enjoyed.
you want me to delete this off of my this model from the internet so that it doesn't exist?
I just
Would
don't
you
want
feel comfortable?
somebody else.
I'm not going to do anything with it,
No,
but
I know
I just
you're
don't know
not,
if you would
but-
feel uncomfortable with this being on the internet at all or anything like that.
Why? Is it important for you to keep that?
No. I just wondered if you felt personally uncomfortable with it being on the internet or anything like that. I think like other artists might feel that way, like delete it, like this is cool for the experiment, but I don't want it anywhere, sort of
I
like.
don't really want it on the internet for
I'm not going to do that.
somebody to.
Nobody can steal it. It's locked. I could publish it, but I won't.
What, can you send me any
I can send
of
you
those?
all these. Yeah, I'll send
Yeah,
you all
can
these
you?
right now. Yeah,
To my
Let's
what,
do it.
cell phone?
yeah. Thank you for doing this.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was fun for me, actually. It was
Clip 8. After Nancy, I walked around a little bit more and saw this guy actually painting a painting outside his little booth.
I was like mixing colors and going, okay, that's just right to do that. And then I realized I could do a silver glaze over absolutely any color.
way.
And it will save me a lot of time.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you probably have millions of them. But they're not tricks. They're actually they're skills.
right.
You know.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm making a video about AI art. Do you have any opinions on it?
I'm thinking for illustration, like let's say someone needs to do a book cover and they're trying to do it on the cheap. Yeah, it's worth it. If someone wants to go, oh, look at this, or if even me, let's say I wanted to get drapey fabric, and I put it in on I went to an AI app and I said drapey fabric on a coffee table, and bam, it popped up and I could use it.
You have done this? This is an example of
If I could find an app that would be completely uncopyrighted or something like that, I would use that type of product.
So you do have qualms with the ethics of what they've done so far with AI?
No,
Oh, you don't?
I don't. But I have. What I think is going to happen is people are going to realize that there are people that have skill that can do something like this, and then there are people that have the ability to go into a computer and create something. That's not going to hold its value, in my opinion. If they're swiping things from artists without permission, I have a problem with that. That's stealing. And anybody should have a problem with the ethics of stealing in intellectual property. And that's why we have copyright law. But I think AI is an absolutely brilliant thing. Terrific thing. I mean, it could...
Have you used it yet?
I actually haven't used it at all. It's because I dig what I do. I love painting. I love getting into it. I love getting paint on my hands. My computer savvy goes as far as like Facebook, Instagram, that type of thing, getting my work out there. That's about it.
And so you've seen AI art on these platforms probably? Is that where you've experienced it?
Yeah, I've seen stuff like, chef cats and
Oh, yeah.
all that type of stuff. But when it comes to like reference material that's uncopyrighted, that's going to be absolutely a wonderful, wonderful asset for artists. Because, I mean, there's only so much that you can make up in your mind, in your imagination. It comes a point when you get to a certain skill level where your imagination is not enough. You need to have reference material to be able to make things look like they're jumping off the canvas. So
that's the way you would use it. You wouldn't.
I would
You
use
would
it
never.
as
It would never be the final product, but it might be a part of like your reference material.
it would be part of reference material. Yeah, exactly right.
I was here yesterday, and I feel like a lot of people had similar sort of feelings as you, and so I thought I would come back today and ask people if they would let me take pictures of their art, ingest it into an AI, and then spit back out iterations of your art, like what might be like knockoffs or something like that, using your style.
Sure.
You be into that?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
As long as you send me a copy of it.
I will. Well, I'll do it right in front of you. We're gonna do it here. You'll be a participant.
Perfect.
In it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, cool.
Because he was so into it, I decided I could take a few more pictures than I have been. So I took 13 pictures of 13 paintings. And the little meter on Kriya said it was good. Not the best. I should get more to train the model better, but it's good enough. So it'll be interesting to see how this differs from the previous experiments with less images.
Okay, so I've ingested 13 images. I put them in, I cropped them to try to get all the edges out, so it's just the paintings. We're going to describe a new image, and it's going to try to crank it back out in your style.
Okay.
So, I don't know, what do you want to do first?
Let's see. My style. How about a scary clown?
Scary clown? All right. And I feel like what's going to happen is it's going to be a scary clown fish, because you have more.
Oh, that would be freaking awesome.
But let's see.
Yeah.
Hit generate. Oh my god. That's actually, and it is in your style.
It is. Yeah, those are my leaves.
This is he's like underwater kinda. That's actually kinda awesome.
That's hilarious.
Oh, and look, I tried to crop out the background here, and it's like, okay, that's a part of your style. Is these freaking felt walls? So sorry about that. That was my bad.
All right.
You want to see? So let's try to do something that you've actually done, and let's see if it can like make a knockoff of it. So
okay.
These are humpback whales.
Humpback whales. Let's say humpback whales swimming through a pine forest. Swimming through sequoia trees.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Humpback whales swimming through sequoia trees. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. It kind of didn't do the trees, did it?
No, it kind of did the leaves.
It did the leaves.
Did
Look at that.
does
There's
that
like
whale
eyes.
have 2 eyes?
Which is, yeah, there's a,
That's my sky. That's so funky, man.
how do you feel like seeing this? Is this feel like it's stealing your soul at all or anything like that?
No. It's you can see the limits of what it's learned. It only has 17 images.
13, yeah.
13 images, so it's digging what it can, and it doesn't have any trees to go off of.
No, it doesn't.
So
yeah. We can actually there's like a little thing here that says like how much we want it to be your style. It's right now at like 80 something. Let me put it down and see if maybe it'll do a tree.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so here we go. I cranked it down to 50% your style. So now it's less your style, but it did sort of start to put the trees there.
Yeah, I kind of like mine a little
trees.
better.
Yeah, I like yours better too.
Let's see. That's actually a humpback whale swimming through sequoias.
You've actually done it.
So it's not that I wanted to trick you. I wanted to see how
see.
close it could get. So like in comparison, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. This isn't making you uncomfortable at all, is it? Like having your shit ingested and spit back out. Like you said, your issues were just like if I took this and I just started cranking out other images in your style and like put it on an Instagram and I said it was mine, that would be an issue though, right?
Well, yeah, because you didn't do the work. You didn't do the work, and you didn't ask permission to do it. If I said, go ahead, do whatever you want. If you want to make a fairy tale out of images in my style and pick and choose little bits out of each one, and you make a book about, I don't know, potty time or whatever it is, go for it. But you take my work and you claim it as your own, that would upset me. That like we were talking about before, is stealing.
All you'd want permission. So if I was making like a children's book, and I was like, well, I like your aquatic stuff. I'm making a children's book about a hermit crab, and I like your stuff. Can I ingest all your artwork and then shoot back out a bunch of images in your style? You'd be okay with that? You maybe want some money. But
I want some money, or maybe even a byline, like inspired by the art of.
Yeah. But you'd be okay with that?
Perfectly, yeah. I think art is there for people to see. I don't think it should be squirreled away in someone's closet or under their bed. I think it should be out there for as many people as they can to ingest. Just it doesn't hurt to give someone credit. I mean, if you wrote that story and you created all those creative images using little bits of my stuff, and you gave me whatever flat fee it'd be for the images, go to town.
That's cool. Do you want to make any more?
Illustrator in me, I don't know. You make what?
I want to see a nautilus.
Oh, okay.
Nautilus. How do you spell that? Oh, fuck.
So what could it be doing? Something funny?
Chasing a roadrunner.
All right, we'll do that. Oh, fuck.
It's going to be amusing to see what this thing actually what it thinks of what we're putting in. That's like, I would have to sit down and think about that and how to compose it correctly.
That is the thing, is I was doing this last night. You keep having to like modify the prompt until it gets to what you want. And you just change like one word, or you take a word out. It's interesting how it completely changes it. So we're Nautilus chasing a roadrunner. Let's find out. Wait, what? What are we looking at?
Oh my god! I think it swiped the crab colors.
It's like a combination of
both
a Nautilus.
It's like something out of Cthulhu.
Like it's almost like I don't know what I'm looking at. I kind of like it.
I know, it's like an H.P. Lovecraft crab beast. Look at that. Oh my word!
It's very abstract and kind of cool.
What the hell is that?
It's like a screeching demon in the background.
That is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
No Nautilus.
No,
hold on. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm going to crank down your style to like 65 and let's try again. So now it's going to be using less of your style and more of its own database of images to hopefully conjure maybe crazier than whoa. Oh my god. I like that. This one. Oh shit.
Oh my gosh.
That.
Yeah, because it's using my colors and using my style.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's the Roadrunner.
That is definitely the Roadrunner.
Wow.
Did it get stabbed by something?
It's like it's like fried chicken down here too.
Yeah, it's like a chicken and meatball and.
Ooh.
What happened to his poor arm?
Oh wow.
He has no feathers, and he's wearing like a lefez.
The smile on this thing is striking. All right, well, any closing thoughts on AI now that you've kind of gone through this?
AI in general, I think, is going to be a terrific tool. Terrific tool. Can it be abused like crazy? Just like the internet, just like anything else. I think we should probably embrace it rather than try to suppress it, in my opinion. I just think that I don't think that there's always going to be someone who's going to be disrespectful. There's always going to be someone that's going to be trying to make a buck. And just got to take the good with the bad a lot of the time. So
nice. Well, thank you for doing this.
No, it's my pleasure.
I think that's good for now. I mean, I'll have to think about and digest how I feel about this. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh shit. Stand back a little bit from this for a second here. Alright, well, it's been a month since I shot all that. It took a month to edit it, and I have a lot of thoughts about AI art. Too many, honestly, to say here. I think I just kind of have to wrap it up. And so I thought about what I wanted to say. I tried to consolidate it down to just the most important points. And here's what I have to say about AI and art right here at the end of this video. And that is, AI art to me is two different conversations. One conversation is about copyright, and the other conversation is about creativity. So if you want to talk about creativity, I think what you saw in this video, I feel like it's obvious the ways in which this is art and it can be used for art. The ways in which we learn to control it, to manipulate it, and to use it as a tool, they will be refined. And then there's the question of copyright, intellectual property. You heard everybody in this video talking about, like, basically everybody was kind of like, this is stealing, kind of. I think you can't not talk about this. To me, this is the original sin of AI. They stole all our data without asking. So, I mean, I'd say that their excuse is they think that they're going to bring us to like a post-AI
abundant future brought to you by AGI, Artificial General Intelligence and Super Intelligences. It's not going to matter. We're going to have a bounty. There's going to be a new economy.
I still expect that there will be some change required to the social contract, given how powerful we expect this technology to be. The whole structure of society itself will, be up for some degree of debate and reconfiguration.
I want that. I want that. More than anyone, I want that. But that's how they sort of rationalized it. Like, this is ultimately the right thing, is I think what they thought. Anyway, they took all our stuff, right? That's the original sin. And now they're asking for forgiveness because they didn't ask for permission. And I don't think that we should forget that. Oh, and these also use a fuck ton of energy. Okay, alright, well, the video's over, okay?